It was yet another beautiful day on the island of Sodor. But despite the day's beauty, Percy and Toby were worried. They were concerned for what happened to their friend Thomas.
You may recall that Thomas had gotten himself into quite the accident.
They were also worried for what was coming next. Apparently, for the time being, Thomas was going to be replaced.
And the thought of Thomas being replaced made the engines very worried.
And now they were on their way to Farquhar to meet the new engine. And as they approached the platform, they caught sight of a new orange tank engine, roughly Thomas's size. Morning, Percy. Morning, Toby. This here is Billy, the orange tank engine. He will be with us in the meantime while Thomas is getting repaired. Sir, I don't mean to sound rude, but he will leave when Thomas returns, right? Well, that depends. You see, yes, he will leave when Thomas returns, but if he does exceptional, I might consider inviting him again here to Sodor. Don't worry, I'll make sure I work really hard on the railway. Now there's a good engine. Now, Percy, Toby, I need you to do two things for me today. One, I need you to show Billy all through the sites on the branch line so he knows where to go. And two, I need you to find a shed for him to stay at, because he can't stay at Tidmouth for how many engines that are already there. Do you think you can do that for me? I suppose so, sir. There shouldn't be any trouble with that. Excellent! Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go take care of the railway. I'll see you later! Well, for the most part, Billy looks friendly. Yeah, I guess so. Let's just keep a calm attitude with him, and he'll do the same with us. After all, we do want to make a good impression on this branch line, just like Thomas would. You got a point there, Toby. Always wise. Thanks. Well, without any further delay, Billy, as a quick introduction, I am Toby, and the green engine over here is Percy. Pleasure to meet you two. I'm Billy, as you already know. Nice to meet you, Billy. Anyway, without further delay, as Toby mentioned, we should probably show you around. Let's begin. And so they showed Billy all through the countryside on the branch line. They went over bridges, and showed him the rivers, and they passed by every station that Billy had to approach. And they concluded it all with one final stop. Alright, Billy, before we end the tour, the last thing we just need to tell you is that stations like these are meant for goods, not passengers. It is a station, don't get me wrong, but it's not the type of station that would involve passengers. These stations only involve goods, alright? Don't worry, Percy, I'll remember. Okay, Billy, we just want to make sure, alright? Don't worry about it, Toby. I'll remember it like the back of my buffers. I don't know if that's the right saying, but let's just move forward. The last thing we need to do is just find you a place to stay. But what they didn't know was what Billy was like on the inside. For example, every shed they went to, Billy always complained about it. I can't sleep here. The walls aren't big enough. If the walls aren't big enough, I'll be cold with the wind blowing at night. Rubbish! I slept in that shed and I turned out just fine. Oh, just shut your mouth. You don't have good taste in sheds like I do. That's enough, you two. Billy, there's no need for that attitude against Percy. If you don't like that shed, we'll just find another one, okay? Alright, let's just go. Every shed he was brought to, his attitude increased. Ah, gross! This shed smells like old man undies.
Hey guys, I'm looking for a jock strap.
Okay, that was not necessary, Billy. Oh, go blowing off your smoke box, Percy, you little green caterpillar. Man, Billy is so bossy. And he's rude. Yes, I know this isn't going to be wise of what I'm about to say, but I think Sir Topham Hatt may have made a mistake. He's not what he appears to be. What was that, Toby? It doesn't matter, Billy. Let's just move forward. We'll find you another shed. Terrible roof. This is a signal box, for God's sake. Taken. 4 engines, a crowd. Gonna be pretty frickin' loud. Too many engines can sleep in this area.
2 hours later.
At last, there was one shed Billy was happy with. Oh yes, I'm really liking the look of this shed. The walls are here, it's big enough for me, tall enough. I think this is a decent size. Does he like this shed? Yes, Percy, don't worry. He's satisfied with this one. He likes the way it looks. Pray the Lord, because I was running out of ideas. Yep, this shed seems pretty good to me. No smell, no weird looks. I think I'll be really settled here. Not to mention, there's not enough room for too many other engines. In other words, you just don't feel like sharing with other engines. To lower the noise of snoring, you wooden piece of scrap.
I say, what rude manners you have there.
Indeed, Annie, the passengers wouldn't be pleased.
Ah, what would you old coaches know? You call yourself coaches? You're just as old as decomposing meat in a bag.
Oh, hell no. We won't be insulted by another new to our home, will we, Clarabelle?
No, we won't, especially by one whose boiler's so huge he'll get stuck in the tunnels every time he tries to go through.
Ugh, just get these coaches in this caboose away from the shed. They're cluttering up the area. Okay, but it's not going to change what Annie and Clarabelle just said. And Percy was right, because apparently, despite the caboose and Annie and Clarabelle being taken away, Billy was still upset. And Billy remained like that until the next morning. The next day, Billy had Annie and Clarabelle with him for the early morning passenger runs. But despite pulling coaches, he didn't like the idea of working with Annie and Clarabelle, and instead kept insulting them. Morning, everyone. Sorry you have to deal with these ugly-looking coaches. I know it's a horrifying sight, but these were the best options compared to that ugly red caboose.
Idiots!
Wait, do you mean these coaches? There's nothing wrong with them. Yes, we've been on these coaches for quite some time in our lives, and they're rather enjoyable for company and for the ride. Beg pardon, ladies and gentlemen, but you may want to consider having some glasses and able to see how horrid-looking they really are. Whoa, what's with the attitude? We didn't do anything wrong towards you, we're just telling you that we think Annie and Clarabelle are lovely coaches. Not to mention, my best friend Harry here wears glasses, and he doesn't see anything wrong with these coaches. Do you, Harry? No, Hermione, there's nothing wrong with these coaches. They all look lovely in their condition. So, what do you see that's wrong with them? Harry, there is so much wrong with these coaches. They rickety-rack along the track, they're old, smelly, and still have so much wrong with them. I don't even understand how you can't see that, especially when you have glasses. Maybe it's because you don't clean them hard enough, don't you? Maybe you should get someone else to clean them if that you're too lazy to do it. How dare you? Whoa, hey. We're giving you one last chance. Either change the attitude or we're out of here. Sir, I'm not meaning to offend anybody. I'm just trying to be honest with you. You just don't have good taste in detail like I do. In fact, I don't even know if you know anything. That's probably how small your brain is. All you are too dumb and blind to see the details that I see in these horrific coaches. Then why bother being a passenger train if you're just going to keep up this attitude? We weren't even meant to board onto you anyway. We were waiting for another train. And that's exactly what we should be doing. We should be finding another train to board. Come on, guys. Oh, great.
You idiot. They left because of the rude remarks you left them.
Sir Topham Hatt won't be pleased.
Whatever.
All right, we've had enough of your rudeness, you scrap metal.
You mustn't be rude. You'll make us look bad.
Yeah, whatever. Just keep your mouth shut for the rest of this trip. In the meantime, let's just go to another station and let me do the handling. And for the entire day, Billy continued being rude to everyone. Hi there, you new to Sodor? Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. I have no need to talk to a whiny little bus like you. What tool has he been smoking? Even the passengers still couldn't take Billy's rudeness. Billy tried to explain what he thought about Annie and Clarabelle, but they weren't interested. And even when they went to the next station, Billy was still in a bad mood. Annie and Clarabelle tried reasoning with Billy, but he wouldn't budge. But what Billy didn't know was that soon he'd find out that Annie and Clarabelle were right. That's weird. Ugh, what now? Can't you see I'm busy with my passenger train? No. Excuse me? I said no, because there are no passengers in your train, Billy. Wait, what the? Hold on. How do you know? Because I told them about your behavior after being informed by these gentlemen. Sir Topham Hatt?